A motor vehicle towing 2 trailers should carry option A 6 breakdown triangles, 3 breakdown triangles, or 2 breakdown triangles. Well, if a motor vehicle has 2 trailers, then definitely it should carry 6 breakdown triangles. Now remember, 2 breakdown triangles go to both sides of the trailer. So the other one go to the left, then the other one go to the right. Now we have 2 trailers here. That's 2 times 2, then that's 4, then the other one for the front, then the other one for the back. Now we have 2 times 2, that's 4, plus the other 2, the one from the front and the one from the back. Now we have 6. Now moving on to the next question. Breakdown triangles should be placed within option A 20 to 45 meters from the nearest point of breakdown vehicle, 30 to 50 meters from the nearest point of the breakdown vehicle, or 25 to 60 meters from the nearest point of the breakdown vehicle. Well, the correct answer here is 30 to 50 meters from the nearest point of the breakdown vehicle. So this one is our correct answer here. Now moving on to the next question. To drive a motor omnibus, you must have reached the age of option A 18 years, B 20 years and medical fit, option B 25 years. Or to drive a motor omnibus, you must have reached the age of 25 years. Now moving on to the next question. Which car moves first at this intersection? Now looking at this intersection here, as you can see we have 3 cars, car A, car B and car C, right? Now let me just zoom in just a bit so that you can have a clear understanding of this. Now here we are looking at the car that moves first, but I want you to pay close attention to these what we call stop lines or transverse lines here. So these cars encourage the car, or they instruct the car, or they regulate the car that it should stop just before this line. So as you can see, car C does not have that stop line in front of it, so definitely the car that should go first, here we're looking at the car that should go first, right? Which car moves first at this intersection? It is the car that is not facing a transverse or stop line, which is car C. As you can see, car A here and car B, both these cars are facing a stop line, so these ones are not our correct answers. Now moving on to the next question. This sign is, as you can see here, we have a S and a circle and the strike through. So what does an S mean? Option A, previous speed is cancelled. Now that one is for a D restriction sign. So a D restriction sign, you know what a D restriction sign, right? A D restriction sign is circular and also has this red strike here, but it doesn't have the S. Okay, so this one is not a speed D restriction sign, because this one is not the correct answer. So stopping is prohibited, true. Speeding is restricted. So this one is for stopping is prohibited. So the A stands for stopping. So stopping is prohibited. Speeding is restricted is incorrect. Now moving on to the next question. When traveling at 75 kilometers per hour, I must leave a gap of, is it 4 vehicle length, is it 7 vehicle length, or 5 vehicle length? Well, if you are traveling at 75 kilometers per hour, you should leave a gap of 5 vehicle length. Now remember what we said about this vehicle length. We said that for every 15 kilometers per hour that you travel, it is supposed to leave a gap of 1 car length. Now if we know that 15 kilometers per hour is close to 1 vehicle length, what about 75? Simple proportion, right? 75 kilometers per hour divided by 15 kilometers per hour, then we get 5 vehicle length. Now moving on to the next question. Which car stops? Now here we have what is called a Y intersection. Now I want you to pay close attention, because Y intersection, they seem to be very troublesome for some people, but I'm just going to explain to you the trick how you can master these Y intersections. Okay, so we are looking at the car that stops here. Which car stops, right? So we have 3 cars, car B, car and car C. Now car C is already crossed the Y intersection, so we'll not be considering it. Okay, so we are only left to 2 cars here. Let me just zoom in just a bit. Remember the question, which car stops, right? Okay, now here we can see that car B is coming from the right of car A, right? So So car B is coming from the right of car A. You may say, how is it so? Okay, so what you need to do is that now you need to imagine that these cars, they have a direction, right? And they are going down, right? So according to us, according to the paper, these cars are going down. Okay, so also you also need to imagine that behind the driving wheel of each car there is a driver there. So I want you to place yourself over here in this car here. Now this driver in car A is going to look towards his right and is going to see car B, which means that we are looking at this car diagram from the perspectives of the drivers and from the perspective of the fact that these cars are going down. Okay, now if you look at this as if the cars are going up, you're going to be mistaken and you find that car A is on the right of car B, but no, these cars are going down. So that should actually change how you look at things. So not that these cars are going down, right? So definitely the driver in car A is going to look towards his right and is going to see car B, which means that car B is the right of way, right? Therefore car A is the car to stop. So car A is the car to stop and car B is the car to go first. Therefore the correct answer here is car A. Now moving on to the next question. Now if that was not clear to you, just let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure I will emphasize that more on the next video. Which of the following vehicle does not need reverse gear? Is it a trailer towing two trailers, or a motorcycle, or a combined harvester in the field? Well, the simple way of answering this question is with another question. When have you ever seen a motorcycle that goes in reverse? Okay, so a motorcycle does not need a reverse gear. Now moving on to the next question. Which car is breaking the law here? We have a Y intersection and also have a giveaway sign. So what I'm just going to do is zoom in into this one. Remember, we are looking at which car is breaking the law. Now I want you to mark this question very clearly. Okay, now which car is breaking the law? Now the path of car B is from this point, then it overtakes car C, then it turns here, which definitely is not correct, right? So this one is what you call an illegal maneuver. Okay, so definitely this one is very simple. As you can see, car C wants to turn here, but car A has already crossed the intersection. As you can see, car A has already crossed the intersection and is already moving on. Then we are only left with car B and car C. Okay, so car C wants to turn here, right? And car B wants to overtake car C and turn, but car B cannot overtake car C like that. So therefore the car that is breaking the law has to be car B. Now moving on to the next question. Into which grouping of road sign does this sign fall? So here we have the sign, it is written R3 Churundu, R5 Mutape, R5 Blawayo. Now is it a location sign, is it a direction sign, or a three-way road sign? So this one is a direction sign. As you can see, it's actually informing you that for you to go to Chirundu, you go straight. If you want to go to Mutare, you turn right, Blawayo you turn left. So this one is a direction sign. Now moving on to the next one. The road sign is it for warning, is it for information? Well, it's regulatory effect. Now remember what we said, that warning signs, they are triangular, right? Informative signs, they are rectangular, and regulatory signs, they are circular, well, except for a few others. But anyway, that's the general shapes of sign that we have. Now this one is a rectangular, so this one definitely belongs to informative class. So this one is for information, it's not for regulatory because it's not circular. So let me just strike this one through, and it's also not for warning because it is not a triangular. Now moving on to the next one. If involved in a serious accident, I must: option A, report to hospital within the next 24 hours. B, report to police within 48 hours. C, report to police as soon as possible or within 24 hours. So if you are involved in a serious accident, you report to the police as soon as possible or within 24 hours. Correct.